one of the first things they do with extrication is stabilize the vehicle, make sure it can't move on them when they're making the extrication. They also remove glass as long as they can protect the patient from the glass. They get a purchase point with the jaws. It's actually called the spreader. Jaws of Life is a trademark term by Hearst, but there's spreader and cutters. Right there he's using the cutters, which is like a giant metal shear, like a giant pair of scissors that has an incredible amount of cutting force. He's cutting the C post. We designate each post by letters, A being the one up by the windshield, and then B, C, D, depending on how many windows there are, how many posts there are. But that's one of the first steps in removing the roof. And extrication is the process of removing a car from a patient. Not so much the patient from the car, but we try to remove the car from around the patient. Just in case there are spinal injuries, we want to make sure that the patient is jostled as little as possible. They use a combination of cutters and spreaders to make purchase points in the areas that they can pry. These extrication tools are all hydraulically operated. There's a little gas-powered motor that powers a hydraulic pump, and the hydraulic pump gives force to the cutters and spreaders. There they just got the pin to pop on the door, and now they're going to cut to remove the door. Looks like he's cutting the B post now. That's firefighter John Petty trying to get to the hinges of the door to completely remove the door from the car, with Chad Roth assisting him. Chad Roth just took the spreaders, and they typically try to separate the door low first and then high so that the door gets forced into the ground and not get flown into the air. And that's removing both front and rear door on the driver's side. We have several tools that we use. One of them is a Sawzall, which is also an effective tool. That's Chad sawing through the B post on the passenger side. doing extrication, we're our full bunker gear with eye protection. We also always have a fire engine standby with a charged hose just in case there's a fire. And that's how you make a convertible. And now we could be able to get to any patient with a minimal movement of the patient, trying to protect their C-spine, their spinal cord, to prevent further damage. That was Lieutenant Larson, John Petty, Chad Roth with the Huntley Fire Protection District.